Okay, so here we are at 3320 West 66th Street in Davenport, and we're going to be viewing this, and I'm going to do it a little bit different this time because we'll probably do just one video because of the privacy fencing that they've got. So we'll probably go to the backyard from the interior of the house. I got a downspout that's unplugged, that's kind of jacked up there. This is sump pump discharge right here, and this looks like that could have been professionally installed. However, you can see that there's needs to be sealed there, and then of course we have the exhaust and intake for the furnace. Must be high efficiency. Hi guys, how are you? I've waked up the whole neighborhood, and I do not know what the age of this is. Well, I might. Let's see if I can get you in here. Yeah, can you see it? Hopefully you can see that okay. So let's head back, and we'll go into the front here. Well, I want to take you around the other side too while we're at it. Got a slight pitch to the driveway. We got front entry here. There's definitely some needs to be fixing the screen up. That looks a little bit torn. I don't know if they had pets or what. And then here's the other side of the house. The landscaping leaves a lot to be desired for this home. They've got some, you can see here, some peeling paint and stuff. And I realize I'm being picky, but you know, once they get over 300,000, and that's why they want to be compensated, the minimum they should be willing to do is to get their home prepared. So we'll see what we look like inside here. But the landscaping here leaves a lot to be desired from what I've seen so far. I think I'm okay with that. A little bit of unevenness. And let's walk in here. Evidently they had a doorbell attached, probably a ring or something, and then they chose to take that off. Front door is dirty. I know who the builder is. I've been into this model several different times. It has some nice things to it. Hi Kitty, what are you doing here? So here's the front entry, and it's got a ceramic tile front entry, and then we have the staircase going up to the side here, and then we've got French doors that open into probably an office. It could be, I don't know that I'd want to call it formal dining, but it definitely is an office setup here. They've got quite a bit of items here left. And John, I typically used to use Pella windows. Yes, these are Pellas. You see it right here. I can also tell you that this window has not been locked. So hopefully it's functional. This window has not been locked either. They're offset. So let's go through. I picked up a nickel on the driveway, so I'm going to drop that off. We've got some luxury vinyl planking here, it looks like. And there's lights on in here. So there could be somebody in here yet, for all I know. Now, with this setup, as you walk in, I'm going to kind of pan around a little bit. So as we go up the stairs, you can see they've got that little overlook area above the closet. And then it's cathedraled in the great room. And it had some appeal. The way the window system is set up, it lets in quite a bit of natural light. But again, it's not huge. And so one can get fooled and think, oh my gosh, I've got all this space here, but all of a sudden the space begins to get a little bit small. But they have built-in bookshelves, and then they have the TV set up there. It looks like a gas fireplace. These windows appear to be locked, from what I can tell. This one, I think I'm probably okay there, but they get some intense sunlight, that's for sure. So here's the dinette area coming off the great room with glass sliders going to the outside. And so we've got a dining room fixture there. And then here's our kitchen. This is probably the original kitchen in here. Now we've dropped down to 8-foot ceilings here. These are stapled drawers. I would guess that they're not full extension. Hopefully I can open one that they're pretty full. Here we go. Yeah, they're not full extension. And we have 1/2-inch shelving. You can see how it's kind of dipped a little bit. This is a functional set of cabinets, no question about that. But when it begins to dip because of the weight of the dishes, then what you do is you just turn it around. We do have, it is kind of a interesting looking fan. This is an island, but not a bar type thing. You can't really sit in it. You don't have enough room here to do that. And we've got a gas stove and a microwave. And this oven does have convection, so that's a plus, I think. If you're a cook, I think you can appreciate that. This sink is what I would refer to as a swanstone sink. And let's see, we have a disposal back in here, right there. It's hard to see in there, I know. So, and then as we walk around, now we're still on the first floor here. We have a laundry room set aside here. It's got a window in there, so we have natural light in this room. And then we have the half bath across from the laundry. And then this is the basement access, which we will access here in just a sec. And I want to keep that door closed because I think Kitty wants to follow me around. And I don't. You stay there, Kitty. So here we are out in the garage. Close that door here. So it's basically a smaller 2-car garage. Really good ceiling height. The floors look pretty good, but obviously we just have a ton of stuff in here. So, and again, from a housekeeping standpoint, probably could be a little bit better. And I'm looking at stuff like this. And so again, please forgive me if you feel I'm being too picky, but there are certain things that I like to see in a house. So I'm going to turn this off. And let's go upstairs. Then we'll go down to the basement. So upstairs here, we've got carpeted staircase. It's kind of a red type of color. And so you can see, here's the overlook. I'm looking down at the great room here. But then you've got this flex space here. That could be a study area, office, however you'd like to do it. And then off to my left is the master bedroom. Master bedroom has that luxury vinyl planking, just like was in the great room. These are cathedral ceilings. And here we have the bath. And what we have is double vanities. These are the original vanities that they put in them. Stool, and then we have the shower, fiberglass unit, one head. And I'm not seeing any significant issues as far as the walls and ceilings as yet. Here's the walk-in closet for this space, so you can get a look at that. And then I'm just going to give you a look at the yard down here, so you can kind of see what you knew. The guys next door had dogs. You got dogs across the way there, and then actually that's not a bad little setup for what they've got. They're going to a lot of trouble just to get into a hot tub, but maybe that's the way to do it. Then next door they have some kind of an above ground pool, and if you see that blue thing off in the distance there, that's an in-ground pool there. So that's kind of what your neighbors are. So let's go across the way here. So here's the main bath on the second floor, single vanity, tub shower unit. So that's how that's set up. Fiberglass. And then here's the bedroom to the front. See if we get a light here. There we go. So that's what this bedroom looks like. And again, they've got the same type of flooring throughout. And this does have a pretty nice little closet in here, space-wise. So that's not bad. Hi, kitty. You can't stay here. I know. I've upset you. We've got a loose door handle here. We have a loose door handle here. And here's the third bedroom. And that's a nail pop right up there in the corner. Not uncommon to see those. And again, this is a nice sized closet for an extra bedroom. And of course, they've got a ceiling fan in here, so you can see that. So let's head down to the basement. Oh, I just noticed on the bath here, this thing is a little bit off. I suppose that can be put in place, but it's not right now. I'm going to turn this light off here, and we'll head down. And as I'm walking down here, I noticed that on the shelving, you can see it needs to be refinished. So that's definitely something to consider. So let's head on down to the basement. And the basement is basically unfinished. So from a finish standpoint, the biggest problem is there's where the furnace is. We've got the trunk lines coming straight down the center here. So you're going to have, anybody who finishes this off, they're going to have drops in the ceiling. So that in and of itself can become a problem because you feel kind of squeezed in. This window over here does have egress. It's too bad they put the egress. I like the fact that they poured the walls for the egress portion instead of a galvanized system. High efficiency furnace. This is a Goodman, and we've seen a lot of those, that's for sure. We've got copper coming in from the street for the water. I don't know if you can hear. This is getting some drain tile, some stuff here for discharge, and they have a backup sump pump here. So this sump is definitely going to run, that's for sure. And we have a gas water heater here. I don't see any rust or anything that totally concerns me, but I do see some, it looks like they had a leak of some sort there at one point. And of course, here's the furnace. So there's some debris here in this drain area. The floor is very dirty. So this is actually a rough in for a bath. So what we'd have here is shower here, stool here, and they'd be able to frame around this. That pipe there is critical because you need to have venting for the system. And just looking overall at this part, I'm not seeing anything that bothers me too much, but what I am seeing over here is that they have had moisture penetration here before, and you can see the effervescence, that white stuff. Now, I don't know if it's coming from, from the foundation. I don't think it was because of water, unless they had one of these windows open, but I almost think that they may get a little bit of that effervescence tells me that they may get some penetration. And you definitely can see the effervescence on the bottom here. So I think this basement probably has had some kind of moisture in it, but why is the million-dollar question. Typical of these homes, it's got a 200 amp panel. This thing was built in 2004. Lots of room in that panel as far as that goes. So I just want to look at this other window here. You can see drip marks there, but I think that's from when it was poured. But what was really catching my attention was they've got a marking here, and that is not cracks. That's drawn on there. So it's not, pardon the light here, you guys. You see it there? So that's drawn on. That's not a crack. But there's definitely some effervescence, so maybe some water did get in here. It's on the corner like that, but you can see the effervescence at the bottom here. So maybe a sump pump failed to operate, and that's how they got water in here. It's hard to say. But knowing that you guys like finished basements, I don't know if this would be a real good candidate for you as I'm looking at this. So that's something to kind of think about. We'll run you out in the yard here real quick so you can get a look. See if we're going to wake up some more dogs today. Hi, kitty. God dang it. Well, I'm going to leave that open. I don't know what else to do. So let's take you out in the backyard here real quick. And I just want to see, they had another light fixture up there, and then you see how that's discolored there? And I don't know, I think that's just from cooking. That's what I'm thinking. It looks like it could be real dirty. ceiling heads that need to be painted. So let's take a look outside here. This doesn't open very easily. Just watch that cat will come up and try to get out. So here's our egress right here, from down in the basement. This is a wood deck, and it's been stained. And then looks to me like they may have, poured this. This is really kind of nice, actually. And I like this pergola setup. And again, I'm not a big hot tub guy, but my son thinks I'm crazy. So here's the fence. When you let these go natural, then this is kind of what you get. And everybody's got the same type of fencing, it looks like. They've got a dog. There's all sorts of landmines out here in the yard. That can't be the cat. So I'm just kind of walking through here so you can get kind of a look here. I'll tell you what, whatever dog they've got, that thing, the droppings are not that huge, so he must be a regular out here. I do not know why we've got standing water here. I have no idea. And the only thing I can tell you is, remember we looked at that sump discharge and it was buried, and I'm wondering if it's not coming out here somewhere. Got standing water here. Then you see how wet this is right here, and coming out this way. So I'm thinking that was buried up there. It's coming all the way back here, and something is disconnected, because what's happening is that water is sitting right down here at the back, and it's really soppy through here. So let's see if I can get through here without stepping in something. So you guys, that's basically it on this, and we'll get this to you directly too. Thanks. Bye.